Hi, my name is Alexis Robertson, and I'm going to be talking about how we are mapping the ocean. And so all the information for my video comes from Seeker's video, How Close Are We to Completely Mapping the Ocean? So I'm going to start with a brief little history of how it's mapped before, and then go to how it's mapped now and why that's important. So in the past, during ancient times, they took a long rope and a weight and they tied it and they dropped it and they counted how long it took, and they're like, oh, okay, well, this is approximately this depth in comparison. So it was very basic, but it did help us discover the deepest part of the ocean, which was the Mariana Trench. And so it wasn't a very successful system, but it was a good start. And so after that, the next technology was satellite mapping, which looked at areas with a concentration of rock or seamounts or anything else really on the ocean, and it caused an increase in gravity that allowed water to raise to the top, and it was measured. And so that was good, like that allowed for much more mapping, but sadly it only resulted in things that had a 5-kilometer resolution. So that's big, but in comparison to the things in the ocean, like that's pretty small. Like that doesn't that takes out a lot of things that could be measured. And so there was a lot still to go. According to the video, less than 10% of the ocean is mapped to the level of detail as Mars. And so you think about that, like the ocean is on our planet and Mars is like another planet in space. And so there's like debates like this is going to be super expensive. There's estimates of approximately $3 billion, and it could take like 200 ships 1 year or 1 year for 200 ships. So that's a ton of money or a ton of time or both. And so people are like, why should we do that? But like we did it for the moon. We spent $600 billion to map the moon. So the newest endeavor is going to be completed by Seabed 2030. And their goal is to utilize acoustic waves. So this is sending waves to the bottom of the ocean, seeing how long it takes, and then returning. And so they're going to use that to map the ocean. And what's really neat about this is they're trying to develop new vessels and drones that do not have to be operated by people. So that would obviously increase the cost initially, but it would speed up the time. It would eliminate paying them like people to be on crews. So that's kind of the plan, and as stated in their title, their goal is to get it done by 2030. So a very big project in a limited time, only 10 years. And so with that, they would send these vessels and drones to the bottom of the ocean, and they would get the information, they map it. But it said like maybe 500,000 different ships, so 500,000 different hard drives. So they're going to have to send them there, get the information, then come back. So in 10 years, that's kind of their goal. Obviously a lot of work, but they're asking for help from the community and global cooperation. It's going to take a lot of money and people and time, and it's super ambitious, but definitely a good goal and a way to learn more about what's going on around us. And so scientists, this can definitely benefit them and just average individuals in our government and like our state, country, world. It's a very important thing to address. And so for scientists, they can better understand the ocean and the geology and the biology of it, and kind of see like why we need to protect it and what processes are going on and how that's affecting the earth, how it may have in the past and how it could in the future. And then governments, this is kind of a selfish reason, but it can be a way to gain new resources, whether to do it for their country or to sell it to others and make money. Or if they want to be amazing people, they can manage those better because they're like, wow, the ocean is very important. And then finally, just for average humans, it's good to know. It's like so interesting to understand more about God's creation. I personally love learning about space, and I think that it is a great thing for all people to like really dive deeper into. And so yeah, that's about mapping the ocean. Hopefully in 2030 we can watch this video and see that it's done. Thank you.